Welcome back, MTG Joe here, and we hit Mythic, so today we're going to be playing some brews in Historic. We're going to be testing out a number of Genesis Ultimatum decks. I want to start things off with some Elementals, and then I have a Maze's End brew. So what we're playing here is effectively a Elemental sub-theme ramp deck that looks to kind of combo kill through Terror of the Peaks and Omnath Locus of the Rage. Looking to deal damage. So for those of you who didn't play during M20, there was a lot of elemental synergies, primarily due to like Risen Reef. Wherever another elemental comes to the battlefield, you reveal the top card of your library. If it's a land, you put it into play. If not, you put it into your hand. So really what we're trying to do here is abuse that. So we have a Leafkin Druid as ramp, Tangleflorahedron is either a land ramp or an elemental. We have Omnath, Locus of the Royal. When it enters the battlefield, deals damage equal to the number of elementals you have. And then whenever a land comes in the battlefield, you get to put a 1/1 counter on elementals you control. And then if you have 8 or more lands, you get to draw a card as well. A lot of text on this. This is like fair Omnath, not 4-color Omnath. Yasharn also happens to be an elemental. So we are primarily Temur, blue, red, green, with a small splash of white for Yasharn. Yasharn's very good against like the sack decks, stuff like that. Also happens to be elemental. And then we have some Uros because we are in Simic colors. It is a very powerful card, and it also helps with our ramp theme. And then we have Terror of the Peaks. So really what we're trying to do with this deck is ramp like crazy, play out some elementals, get to Genesis Ultimatum, cast it, get a bunch of triggers into play, deal a lot of damage that way there. Mana base wise, we have a Shatterskull Smashing as another module flip land, but then we just have like some shock lands, a couple temples. We're playing 8 Trinomes. The white mana for Yasharn is coming from the Jeskai Trinome as well as 1 Temple Garden. We're not playing any planes, so we don't get that search effect, but I think Yasharn on its own is just a quite effective card. Sideboard wise, we have Cage. If we need it, certain matchups Cage just shuts them down, so we want to have the option to have it. It does kind of non-bow with our Genesis Ultimatum and our Uro, but it's something you want to have access to in Historic format. Aether Gust shuts down a lot of decks. It's just kind of good tempo play, Goblin, stuff like that. Some negates, Abrades, Anissa, Vital Force. I'm thinking against like Control or like the grindier matchups. It emblems after 1 turn, and then every land drop becomes a card draw. 3 Sharp Typhoons for the more counterspell based matchups. And then I like having access to an Ugin in the 75 in a heavy ramp deck. One thing is we don't have particularly a board wipe. So that's something we may want to see after a game or two if we want to have something like Anger of the Gods in the deck, which we might. Now that I think of it, you know what? No Cage, minus an Abrade. Let's go Angers. I think we want a sweeper in our deck. Although our stuff's a little small, I think having access to like at least a 3-mana sweeper in this format, like our bigger stuff still survives. I think it's meaningful in that case. So let's try this out. We are Mythic 989. We'll run a couple games with it. Part of the reason I'm doing this, our daily, play some lands. We got Maze's End to fire up after this as well. I always enjoyed the elemental decks. There's so many different ways. Like Cavalier of Thorns usually saw play in these decks, but I don't think it's as meaningful now. Just with like the mill in your graveyard, it kind of gets trumped by a lot of things. Playing an 85%er, so if we lose, we are going down. We'll keep this. Trinome on 1, Leafkin on 2, Uro on 3. Opponent's mulling. So I did qualify for the Mythic Invitational Qualifier, which I believe is next weekend. So I will have to figure out what deck I want to play in Best of 3 Historic. I got to Mythic with Gruul and Mono Red Walkers. So probably leaning towards Gruul, to be honest. Okay, Burning Tree. Carry Zev. Okay, so I think I'm actually going to shock here. I do want the blocker. Because I can growth spiral as well here, which is nice. I'm going to do this now just in case they respond to it. We need triple blues, so let's do that. So we can throw a block here. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7. I actually don't even think we block here. Because we could Genesis Ultimatum next turn. Our life total's still pretty high. Okay, so we are a little susceptible to Ember Cleave if this is a poor flip. Nice. So how many elementals do we have? 3. So I don't know how much damage this is. That's the only thing with Terror. You can't see the damage output on it. We could Genesis Ultimatum again next turn. Hopefully just kill our opponent. We also have Uro that just 6-shots them. Nice. Beating mono red there is actually pretty sweet. So here we want the Abrades and the Angers to come in. Yarshan's not as impactful here. 6 cards to cut. Could probably cut a Genesis Ultimatum. Omnath still does work. Maybe trim. If we're cutting some of the top end, we can probably cut a land. We can cut 2 lands, I think. Still have 29. We still have like over 30 lands in the deck. I think I still like having access to that. Trim a Terror. Honestly, just probably 25, 29, 30 lands still. Still seems reasonable. Because like I don't want to flood against mono red. And I want to keep enough threats in. Without Yasharn, we're not as reliant on the white mana. This sounds fine. Trinome into this dude. We need like a payoff here. Bomat. Okay, so that's not bad if we get... Are you a 1/1? I might play with this to just trade. I'd like an Abrade. Okay, so we got Omnath for the following turn. We'll block here. Actually, probably doesn't matter. Block the 2 points. Is this Ember Cleave? Jeez, they got our Terror. Not much you can do there. Anger the Gods. One time, Anger the Gods. Still a ways away from Uro. Yeah, so probably should have mulled. They get the growth spiral here as well. Or just pop this for a bunch of cards. So we're anger or bust. Yeah. We needed them not to have the cleave. They proceeded to have said cleave, so we can't do much there. I think we just run it back. If we had anger in our hands, that game's pretty much locked up. Okay, I still think we keep this. And we probably go Leafkin on 2. I actually think we go Growth Spiral now. Get this into play. Because if I untap with a red source, it'll be good. Man, every game they've had these Burning Tree drops. Need a red source. Okay, don't care so much about Risen Reef. Probably just trade this here, offer them the trade. Do we... Is that a red source? Damn it. It's 2 games in a row. They've had Courier, Burning Tree, like the exact same drop. Why magic? Okay, so we could anger next turn. So let's play out Leafkin. Anger might get us there. Okay, second Courier. They do get to refill with 4 cards, which is kind of annoying. We're at 6 here. They had the stomp as well. They very well here could have also just like double burn spell. We need 1 more card in the graveyard. So we'll trade this off. Vortex is a bit annoying. Puts us on a pretty quick clock and it shuts off this Uro. This draws us more cards, but I think we do this. Oh, no, no. Let's hit their face. I thought it was the land trigger. Let's just beef up Omnath. Okay, so we got an Abrade. Can try to kill them in like 2 turns. This one's definitely going to come down to a race. Very curious as to what's in their hand. Chandra Uptick is the right play here. I think you just want to... because this lets me escape this. Okay, so I can escape Uro, but I think we go like this. Aether Gust is nice as well, because I can Aether Gust their Vortex on end step. So we're going to put one here so my Leafkin can attack. Just buff this up. I want my Leafkin to attack the Chandra. Risen Reef attack in here. We have a like, I want to keep Aether Gust up just in case they have something funny. They drew 4 cards that turn too. That deals 2. They don't have enough to do this plus Stomp. So I can do... Okay, I think we let that resolve anyways. It's not too bad. Robber. Do this. Because I can also just Abrade this Cleave if they go to equip it. And this lets me escape Uro and gain 3 life. Oh no, I'm an idiot. Ah, I gotta do this. I forgot about the haste. 3, I go to 1. Try to kill him on the flip side. Oh, that was dumb of me. Let's do this. Yeah. We get Uro. We have enough. Almost lost that. Nice. 770. I feel like once we could get to a certain amount of lands, we're a pretty good spot. The Vortex are pretty annoying for us because we could usually like get the blockers needed. Gandalf the Great. What are the chances they're going to be on blue-white control? Luris. This hand is whatever. I don't know how we beat auras, but we try. We try. Just play it out like this. Could still be auras. They sometimes play Storm Tamer. They just miss a land. Okay, so it's auras minus lands. Kind of want to hit a land here just so I can tear. That's also fine. Okay. So Leafkin. How many blues do we have? Let's go Leafkin. And then we can Genesis next turn, so I think we don't offer the Risen Reef this turn. That's fine. Okay, they're tapped out. Drawing another terror is a little annoying. Yikes, that's awful. Do I even have... Oh no, my untap's not here. I should have another forest in the deck. We have enough red for double terror next turn. I was hoping to hit at least a couple elementals to get us rolling. I guess like 2 of our terrors are here. But like an Uro, anything more? Yeah, because now they all seed and they can give it protection through. Need to get something going here. Okay, so Tear the Peaks. Tear the Peaks. So I think with this one, we need to target like that. Because then I need to take the all seeds off the battlefield. So 4 here, 4 here. Ooh, Uro's nice. Ooh, Uro's lethal. Ahaha, we got him. 6U, 6U. Boom! Too much terror, not enough peaks. In this matchup, we definitely want Ugin. I think we want a Braids. What else do we want? So Yarshan's interesting, but not great. So we probably cut the Yarshan. Question is, do I want Anger of the Gods? Probably a couple copies. Just trim 3 lands. 26. Like, yeah, we still have over 30 lands. Think we run it like that. So Yarshan shuts off All Seed and the dog, but it doesn't do much beyond that. This hand's too slow. Despite having Ugin. Okay, we'll keep this hand. This hand's better. Question is, what do we put back? I think it's the Tangled Florahedron. Ooh. Untap Anger could be very powerful here. Especially if they don't have too much going. So they probably brought in Spell Pierce or like Dovin's Veto. They get to draw cards, a little unfortunate. So they most likely have the Spell Pierce up. So I think we Uro this turn then. Because I need the Spell Pierce to resolve. They can also give it Pro Red. Okay, Braid's actually really good. Lets me do it on their turn at least to try to catch them. Because, like, with the Terror, I'd like to hit them with something else. We're still at 19. So try to get them to tap out here. Okay. It's pretty good because next turn I'll be able to Anger Gods them. No untapped land. No untapped land. One time, no untapped land. Perfect. Here I actually think I'm gonna cycle this Ketria Trinome. Try to get some more action going. It also fills the yard for Uro faster. And we've already seen a few creatures out of them. Okay, we're getting closer to Ugin then. So at this point, I think we do go Terror. It makes any creatures that come into play a bit better. They do have like the Luris kind of protection lock going. Cool. -3. Attack him for 5. We did play into potential Spell Pierce, but I think on this turn we kind of have to go for it. Cool. Nice little 2-0 with this one. We will get our coins, get our packs. I want Amonkhet. Trying to get a couple lands from this set, so we'll see what we get. Mythic wildcard, can't complain. Alrighty. So I think I'm actually going to wrap this one up. Appreciate everyone stopping by as always. If you do enjoy the content, do like, comment, and subscribe. Appreciate the support, everyone. Have a great one. Stay safe.